Hello and welcome True North Live. I'm so excited to be here with you on Wanderlust TV. I have been missing my Wanderlust family, so I'm so honored to be here with you today live. My name is Carmen Curtis. I am the creator and founder of Aireal Yoga. You're probably used to seeing me on tour with Wanderlust using a hammock as a yoga prop. But don't worry, today you don't need a hammock. We're going to be doing a Sunday flow to renew and revive and increase our circulation and hopefully help reduce some inflammation. I've been doing yoga for over 25 years. And at first it was just to take the pain out of my body. And the more that I practice, I began to see and feel the mental and emotional benefits of yoga. And so I'm so excited to be able to be here today and share this class with you. The bonus is we have DJ Taz Rashid with us. I've been on tour with him, and I'm so excited to finally get to work with him again. And what I love about DJ Taz is he can take a normal class and turn it into a beautiful experience with his incredible music. So let's hear it for DJ Taz. Hi.
Carmen, what's up? And what's up, everybody? I am so happy to be working with you again. It's been a while. And yes, I miss working with you at the festivals. I think every festival we did at least one or two classes by the beach or up in the mountain or somethings. And I just miss those, experiences and those locations. Oh my God, those beautiful locations. So cheers to, us being here right now. And then also let's give it up for whenever we go back out there on tour. And I'm looking forward to that. So let's rock it today.
Yeah. Thank you, Wanderlust TV and True North Live, for having us. We are super excited, so let's get to it. So everyone at home, let's get onto your mat. It's great to have a mat. It's going to help with alignment, but you don't need one if you're on the beach or on your carpet, wherever you're at. I also have a couple blocks and a blanket just to give me padding on because I'll be on my knees, but you don't have to have these props. But if you have them, go ahead and get them ready, bring them over. And then we're going to begin standing. So everyone, we got to stand on up, get ready for our Sunday practice. We're going to begin with our feet at hip distance. Draw your tailbone down, little scoop of the pelvis. Activate the thighs. Press into all four corners of the feet. I like to flex the toes for a moment and then soften them back down so I can really be sure that I'm pressing into all four corners evenly. Let's bring our palms together, thumbs into the heart center. Close your eyes. We'll begin by breathing through our nose, just settling into our breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Connecting your breath with the music. Have a slight bend in your knees. And then we're going to rub our hands up and down. This will create a little heat, a little fire, warm us up. And then push between your palms. Push harder. Keep your shoulders down, belly in, ribs in. Push even harder. Feel maybe the warmth starting in the arms, or the power that you have, the strength that you have. Keep the breath deep in through the nose. You should be hearing your breath as you breathe in through the nose. I want to hear your breath through the camera so we can know we're all in this together. Another deep inhale, and then exhale. slowly soften those hands down. I'd like for you to bring your feet a little bit wider now. A slight bend of the knees. Bring our arms up so we're in cactus. We're going to start with some movement to begin that circulation. This is also great for our digestion. So draw the tailbone down, ribs in, and we're going to inhale, twist and look to the left. Keep your tailbone drawn down with a scoop of the pelvis, and then our exhale, look to the right. Our head is going to stay neutral, our neck is, so we're going to look to the left on the inhale, look to the right on exhale. Inhale left, exhale right. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. I want to hear your breath. Ribs in, knees slightly bent. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep going. All right, slowly, slow, coming back towards the center, taking a moment, pausing right here, feeling all the blood rush through the body. Inhale, reach the arms up as high as you can, open up, and then bend the knees. Draw the hips back, exhale, hinge over into a forward fold. Relax the neck. You want to try and get your belly on your thighs. So bend your knees as much as you need to so your belly's on your thighs. I'm going to grab opposite elbows for a little ragdoll. And then just allow yourself a gentle sway side to side. Keeping the breath through the nose. Just rocking side to side. Waking up the soul and the body. On your next exhale, release your hands down towards the mat. Bend those knees a little bit deeper. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale, draw the navel in and round and roll on up to a stand. Once you get up, take an inhale with the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, around, back, and down. Keep those legs nice and wide. Slight bend of the knees. Left palm faces up. And the top of the arm is going to rest onto our left thigh. So we're going to bend to the left. Keep the tailbone drawn down. Belly in and ribs in. And then reach that right arm up and over. Keep the shoulders engaged though. You can look up towards that right arm. Keep that left arm active to lengthen through the side body. Deep breath through the nose. Inhale, reach out, up and over, and let's switch to the other side. Palms facing up. Shoulders away from the ears, tailbone down. Opening up that side body. If it's too much on your neck, you can look down. Gonna add a little bit movement now. Inhale, reach out and go over to the left. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, draw the ribs in as we transition. Inhale to the right. Exhale, transition back to the center. Inhale to the left. Exhale. Inhale to the right. So we're going to stay with your breath and we're going to try and flow side to side while we keep the core active, opening the side body, but getting some movement. You can even go a little bit faster if you want, really strengthening the obliques and opening the side body at the same time. This is a wonderful way to increase your circulation, help to decrease inflammation. Keep going. Big inhale as you reach out. Exhale as you transition. Couple more. All right, and then long, slow, reach over to the left. This time you can straighten your right leg to a little deeper side opening. Then that right knee, inhale, reach out, coming back to the center, coming over to the right, straighten that left leg, press into that right arm to help lengthen and open. Put the breath into anywhere that you feel tension. One more deep breath. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, come back to the center. Bring those feet back parallel at your hip distance. Fingers on your lower back, fingertips going up towards your upper back, elbows hugged in. Inhale, lengthen and open, little extension of the spine. And exhale, bend those knees and hinge over into a forward fold. Inhale, we're gonna come up halfway. Keep the hands on the shins. And then we're going to flex our right foot and then drop that belly down, draw your shoulders back, do a little extension, kind of like a cow, little lengthen through the spine, shoot your heart forward. Feel this in the hammies. Deep inhale. On your exhale, right foot back down, hinge over into the forward fold. Inhale, come on up halfway, shoulders back, flex that left foot this time. Drop the belly, shoot the heart forward, shoulders back, little opening. Nice deep stretch in that left leg. One more big inhale. On your exhale, left foot down, reach for the mat. Reaching for the mat, we're going to slowly step our feet back into a plank position. Hands are underneath your shoulders, little scoop of the pelvis. From here, shift forward just gently, then bring your knees on the mat. Scoop of the pelvis again. Draw the navel in, no arching. Shoulders are a little bit in front of your wrists now. Slowly hugging the elbows in, we're gonna bend halfway. Shoulders are coming in front of the wrists now. Trying to stack the elbows over the wrists. Keep the belly in, scooping the pelvis. Drawing the ribs in. Feel the power of those arms. And on your next exhale, slowly lower the belly to the mat. Pointing those feet, pressing the top of the foot on the mat. Hands underneath your shoulders. Lengthen through the spine, drawing your heart forward, drawing your shoulders back for a cobra. Staying for a couple breaths. Activate the legs so the knees are off of the mat. Try not to use your hands. Use your back, the strength of your back, to lift up. One more deep inhale, and then on your exhale, press into the hands underneath the shoulders. Press into the knees, then scoop of the pelvis. So take your pelvis off of the mat, hug the elbows in, and slowly press back up onto the knees. We're going to come into our table. Walk your hands back so your hands are underneath your shoulders, fingers nice and wide, and knees are stacked underneath your hips. Let's do some cat-cows. Drop the belly, lengthen through the spine, and look up for our cow. And exhale, press into the hands, scoop the pelvis, chin to chest, round for the cat. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Press the sole of the hand towards your knees. And then exhale, round into our cat. We're going to stay in this cat for a couple breaths. Keep drawing your navel in and rounding as much as you can, pressing into the hands. Allow your hips to come back towards your heels. Just have a gentle rock side to side. Maybe if you feel a little stretch in the back, you can draw the hips more towards the heels or bring them away from the heels. Just allowing a moment to really kind of feel and do what is right for you. That's what I love about yoga. It's all about you, and what you need, and what feels good. Good. On your next inhale, come back to all fours. Exhale, hold. We're going to do some hip circles. So we're going to circle 3 times in one direction with our hips. Get some movement of the spine. And then switch the opposite way. You might find one way is a little easier than the other. Circling those hips. Good. Tuck those toes under. Take a nice inhale. On your exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pressing into the hands. Fingers wide, shoulders engaged. Go ahead and bend one knee at a time if you want to walk the dog, if that feels good to you. Now we're going to do a little twist here. So we're going to take our right hand and reach for the outside of our left leg. If you need to bend your knees, you can, or you can keep them straight wherever you're at. Press into that left hand and look under your left arm for a mild twist. Deep breaths into the twist. It's a really great cleansing posture. Make sure you can hear your breath. On your next exhale, release that right hand back down. Go ahead and walk your dog. Prep for the other side. And then take that left hand, reach for the outside of your calf on that right leg. Keep your hips square. Press into that right hand. Try not to let your hips shift over to the right. Lengthen through the spine as you twist. Another deep inhale. On your exhale, unwind. Shifting forward onto the knees. Keep those toes tucked behind you. And then shift your hips back towards your heels as much as you feel comfortable. Coming into broken toe pose. We're going to interlace the fingers and roll those wrists around a couple times in each direction. And then I want you to bring your fingertips towards your knees, palms on the mat, shifting your weight forward. And then once your palms are on the mat, you can shift your weight back as much as you feel comfortable, depending on how much of a stretch that you want. Shifting your weight forward, and now switch. Keep the fingertips towards your knees, but the palms are facing up. Since we were putting so much weight on our wrists, we're going to do some more. I want to make sure we're also stretching. It's important to balance our strength and flexibility, especially in the wrists. Especially if you want to do some of the more advanced arm balances, you definitely need to have some wrist flexibility and strength. All right, let's release. Coming back into the table. We're going to go into balancing table. So first make sure that your wrists are stacked underneath your shoulders, knees stacked underneath your hips. Extend that right leg behind you and your left arm, reaching in opposition. Watch out for the hyperextension of that right elbow. Have a slight bend if you have hypermobility. Holding for another breath. Good. Take a long inhale. On your exhale, elbow to right knee. So left elbow to right knee. Hold here for 4 breaths. On your exhale, draw the navel in, ribs in, belly in. 2 more. 1 more. Inhale, extend and reach. And then exhale, bring that right leg down. Left hand down. Let's switch. Extending that left leg behind you, reaching that right arm. Find the balance here, keeping the hips square, shoulders square, ribs in, belly in. On your exhale, draw the navel in. 1 more breath. And then long inhale. On your exhale, right knee, left knee to right elbow, Draw your belly in, push off of that left hand. Scoop of the pelvis. 3 more breaths. 2 more. 1 more. Inhale, reach and extend. Exhale, right hand down, left leg down. Now we're going to extend that right leg and left arm again. If you feel like you can balance here and you want to go in to our next one, we're going to bend our right leg, press off of our right hand. We're going to reach that left arm behind you. So the left palm is going to be facing inward, but grabbing the outside edge of your back leg. So kick into the back foot, raising your back toes up, pressing into that right hand for tiger. Lengthen through the spine as you hold. Keep kicking into that back hand. Take another deep inhale. On your exhale, slowly release back to table. Let's draw our hips to our heels and take a moment in extended child's pose, forehead on the mat with the hands in front of you. If you want to have a gentle rock of the hips side to side, you can. Sorry, my headset came out, but it's back in. Inhale, let's come on back up to our tabletop. We're going to extend that right leg, extend your left arm, reach out. We're going to do this again. Bend that back knee, press into that right hand, and now reach behind you with the left. Kick into your foot, lengthen for our tiger. Deep inhale and exhale. Try and breathe through the nose and keep kicking into that hand. Take another deep inhale and exhale. Slowly release back into our table. Switch this time. Extend that left leg. Reach out that right arm. Find our balance first. Bending that back leg, rotating around, grabbing the outside edge of the foot. With our right arm externally rotated, then kick into that hand with the foot, trying to get the toes up to the ceiling or the sky or wherever you're at. Lengthen through the spine as you open. Take another deep inhale and exhale, coming back to table, shifting the hips back towards the heels, extended child's pose, letting the hips gently rock side to side. Inhale, come on, back up to table. Last tiger, extend that left leg, extend your right arm, rotate it around back, grab that back foot, kick into the hand, lengthen through the spine as you open. Take another long inhale. On your exhale, slowly release back into your table. Tuck those toes under. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, shifting back into our downward facing dog. Pressing into the hands as you lengthen through the spine. Trying to straighten the legs if you can, but if it's too much on you, you can always bend the knees. Nice. Couple more breaths in our downward facing dog, a little reset pose for us. Take an inhale, shift forward. Exhale, bring your knees on to the mat and shift your hips back to your heels. All right, we're going to do rabbit now. So we're on our knees and we're going to want to try and put the top of our head as close to our knees as possible. So we're going to be really drawing the chin into the chest, breathing through the nose. This is really wonderful for your thyroid and again to increase our circulation. So since we did an extension, this will be a nice counter flexion. So first thing we're going to want to do is bring our hips up, tuck our chin into our nose, and try to get the top of the head onto the mat. And then you're going to want to walk your knees in towards your forehead as much as you can. We're going to grab onto our heels. And then from here, you're going to try and draw your hips up, shoulders away from the ears, and round, scoop the pelvis, navel in. Nice deep breaths. And then on your next exhale, slowly let the hips come back, shifting forward, going back into that broken toe pose. So tuck those toes under, hips to the heels. Slowly look to the left shoulder and the right shoulder, left and right, and roll those shoulders around, backwards 3 times and forwards 3 times. Deep inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth. We're going to bring our feet around to the side and we're going to come to a seated position. Start on your sit bones with your knees bent and our feet flexed. You want to bend your knees as much as you can so the belly is on the thighs. Then reach for the outside edge of the feet. Feet are flexed. We're going to be going into our seated forward bend. So you can either slowly let the heels come forward or you can let your booty come back. Sliding and straightening the legs as much as we feel comfortable while maintaining the belly on the thighs. If the belly starts to come away from the thighs, then bend the knees. Pulling those toes back, really trying to lengthen through the spine as you hinge at the hips. Not the waist, you want to be hinging at the hips. You can relax your neck too. Only straightening the legs as much as your body will let you at this moment. If you feel a stretch in the hammies, you're doing it. Another deep inhale, lengthen through the spine, and then exhale, come on up with a flat back. Reach your hands behind you. You can do a little shake of the legs, shake them out. We'll also do another reset pose of doing some windshield wipers. So bring your feet just wider than your hips and allow one knee at a time to come in towards the center. Some people like to just really wipe it out quick, and others, I like to hold for a couple breaths, whatever feels good. Again, this is just a little reset for the body, so feeling what feels right if you want to go fast or slow or hold. All right, and then walk those hands up, bringing the hips into the center of your mat. We're going to slowly roll back and just hold on to the legs behind the knees and do a couple rock and rolls, rolling on the spine. And then keeping the knees bent, bring the feet down onto the mat. And you can lay down onto the mat, nice long spine. Bring the palms down on the mat. Knees are bent. Feet are on the mat. We're going to do a bridge. So press into the hands, press into the shoulder blades, press into the feet, drawing the hips up and hold for a couple breaths. Pressing down into the shoulders, into the hands, and into the feet evenly. Feeling this in the back of the legs. Try flexing the toes so you can make sure you're pressing into all four corners rather than gripping with the toes. Take another long inhale. On your exhale, you're going to want to scoop the pelvis and slowly lower one vertebrae at a time so your tailbone is the last to come down. Draw the belly in and navel in. And now keep the lower back on the ground and bend your knees. So the knees are bent at 90 degrees. The knees are stacked over your hips. We're going to touch our left toe down and then extend, keeping your heel about a foot off the mat, and then bend and bring it back to meet the right. Then the right is going to tap down, extend, and bend to that 90 degree. These are little bug exercises. They're great physical therapy too. So tap, extend, bend, tap, extend, bend. Keep going at your own pace. What's really important is to keep your lower back on the mat. Don't want to arch and have it lifted. Your ribs should be in. You should be smushing that lower back onto the mat. If you want to make it more challenging, you can reach the hands over your head, or you can reach for your feet. Keep pressing that lower back onto the mat. Tap, extend, bend. Tap, extend, bend. Tap, extend, bend. Tap, extend, bend. Hug those knees. I know I have some back issues from my Aireal and Cirque days, so those bug exercises are really helpful for me at helping to reduce my lower back pain. All right, bringing those feet back on the mat. This time we're going to hug our right knee into the chest. Little wind removing variation. Keep the lower back on the mat. Long breaths through the nose. Shoulders down. And then straighten that right leg as much as you can. Walking your hands up to the hamstring, the calf, or up to the foot, depending on where your flexibility level is. Hugging the elbows in, shoulders down. A little variation on our reclined split. If you'd like to deepen it, you can slowly extend that left leg, but make sure you keep your hips square. Don't let them turn out. If it's too much on you, keep your left leg bent. You can add in some variations by pointing and flexing, rolling around the ankle in circles in both directions. So we're going to take a little diagonal. So that right leg is just going to go towards the left ear just a little bit. And our left hand is going to grab the outside of our right leg. And our right thumb is going to go into our right hip crease. Shoulders stay down. So it's like that split stretch, but just a little bit diagonal. So just crossing over a little bit. Great for sciatica, your IT band. And again, if you want to deepen this, you can extend that left leg. Your shoulders soft, breath soft. And then hug that right knee back into the chest. We're going to do a little twist. So press off of that left foot and draw your hips over towards the right just a little bit. And then let your right knee turn over to the left for a mild twist. You can look to the right. You can use your left hand to press down. Make sure you feel your spine lengthening while it's twisting. Breathing into the twist, this cleanse and detox. Good for spinal health, but also great for digestion. So now as we exit, it's really important to activate your core. So right away, start to draw the belly in and the navel in. Maybe even bring that right knee up towards your belly, bending both knees as we unwind. On our back again, knees are bent, feet are flat on the mat, palms are on the mat. Take an inhale, press those hips up, press into the hands, press into the shoulders for a bridge pose again. Couple breaths here. Breathing through the nose. Really rooting down into those feet. And then deep inhale. On your exhale, lengthen through the spine, scoop the pelvis one vertebrae at a time. Tailbone is the last to go down. Keep your lower back on the mat. And now we're going to switch sides. So hug the left knee into the chest. Shoulders down. Big belly breaths. You're trying to smush your belly here. So we're getting a little massage, internal organs. And then when you're ready, we're going to go into our reclined split stretch. Grabbing on hamstring or calves or foot, wherever you are, but make sure your shoulders stay down and elbows stay hugged in. You're trying to pull your leg towards your face. You can deepen it by extending that right leg. You can also add some variations of pointing and flexing. Feel how it might change the stretch if you're pointing or pointing, rolling the ankle around in circles. Pressing the lower back onto the mat. And now let's take that diagonal. So the left leg's just going to go a little bit towards the right. Your right arm's going to go on the outside of your left leg. Left thumb into the hip crease. There you go. You can deepen it by flexing that left foot. Your thumb is in the hip crease because you're trying to press that hip down as it's going to want to rise up, and we want to not let it rise up. Deepen it by extending that right leg. Then hug that left knee back in for wind removing. Press down into that right foot to get your hips over to the left just a little bit. Then let your left knee come on over to the right. You cactus your left arm and look to the left. Take that right hand and press down. Make this twist a little deeper. Try some big breaths into the belly while you're twisting. You should feel your breath slowing down and getting deeper. And then before we unwind, start to activate the core. Draw the navel in. Hug that left knee in as you unwind. Press into that right foot to get the hips back into the center. Going to do a little rock and roll again, grabbing behind the knee, just rocking. And then hug the knees into the chest. Nice, and then let's do happy baby. So you're going to flex the feet, knees are bent, grab on the outside edge of your foot, draw the knees down as you kick into your hands. So you're pulling down with the hands, but then you're kicking into the hands to keep the back on the mat and get a nice opening in the hips. You can also rock side to side if you want. Another great place for some big belly breaths. Another deep inhale, and then on your exhale, bringing the feet back onto the mat, but bringing them wider than your hips. And we're going to do our windshield wipers again, letting the right knee come in towards the center, and then the left. And again, you can play with this a little bit fast, or you can take a while and slow down. Once you feel like you have some good mobility, if you'd like to deepen it, you can draw one leg in and then bring the other leg and cross it over. So this offers a little bit deeper of a stretch. If that's too much for you, you can just hang out with it drawn inward, but not with that other foot over it. Good, and then if you crossed it over, release and switch to the other side. The knee comes in. If you feel comfortable, you can bring the opposite leg over the top. Brings more weight, helps to deepen the stretch. You can look towards the opposite way too. Release the leg that crossed over if you did. Come back up, knees up. Hugging the knees back into the chest. And then I want you to extend the feet up. So we're going to do a variation of legs up a wall without the wall. We're going to just bring our feet up. So we want to have our feet stacked over our hips. You can have a slight bend in your knees too. And just flex and point. As you flex and point, try and move through your floint and then point. Turn your palms facing up and roll the ankles 3 times in one direction, 3 times in the other direction. And then just try to relax with the feet up in the air. This is a wonderful mild inversion. Turn your palms facing up. You can close your eyes. Allow gravity to do the work now, helping to increase the circulation, calm the mind. It's known to reduce stress, anxiety, depression, insomnia, migraines. Also helps to reduce inflammation. On a wall, you'll typically do this for 5 minutes, but we're just going to try and do this for about a minute. Softening the breath, preparing our body for our last relaxation pose. Slowly bend those knees. Let them gently sway side to side. Hug them in. And then when you're ready, we're going to extend our legs into Shavasana. Let our feet open outward, palms turning up, shoulders soft. Soft. Relax the jaw and just let your breath flow freely. opportunity to just let go, relax, reset, and renew. Take a deep breath through the nose and exhale out the mouth. Begin to wiggle those fingers and toes. Rolling over to your left side, taking a pause. And then when you're ready, pressing into the right hand, coming up to a seated position or on your knees or whatever makes you feel most comfortable. Bring your palms together, thumbs into the heart center. Let's all together take another deep breath. Inhale through the nose. Hold at the peak. And exhale, release. Namaste. Thank you for joining me live on True North Live with Wanderlust TV. I can see you and feel you through the camera, wherever you're at, if you want to stay seated or stay laying down, or if you're ready to jump up and go. But thank you so much for taking the time to be here with me. It means so much. And I've missed you guys, and I'm excited to get this opportunity to share. And I'm going to have some classes on Wanderlust TV too, so look for those. You can also find me and share with me anything that you want, or chat with me on my social media at Aireal Yoga, spelled Aireal. And I'd love to connect with you. But thank you. Much love, much love. Namaste. And thank you, DJ Taz. I so loved having this time with you. And do you have anything that you want to share?
I love working with you, Carmen, and I'm just waiting for the day that we get to do this in person, hopefully in a beautiful mountain somewhere around North America or wherever we end up.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much.
You.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for joining this short and sweet Sunday flow. I hope it was an opportunity for you to reset and refresh. So have an awesome week. much love. Yeah. Bye, guys.